Welcome to the third and final session of this learning unit, Managing Complexity with a Catalog-Driven Approach. So far, we have seen how bundles can become complex and how multiple domains can work together while keeping control of their areas. In this part, we are moving from static catalog management to dynamic catalog management. In large federated environments, static methods quickly fall short. Updates get missed, inconsistencies appear, and manual work just can't keep up. In this part, we will explore how to move from manual updates to a system where catalogs update themselves. In this part, we will begin with a quick look at the limitations of static catalog management and why it doesn't work well in distributed or fast-changing environments. Next, we'll see how pool-based updates offer a better approach, letting domains stay aligned while maintaining control. We will explore the role of shared templates and how even small updates can automatically flow across domains. Then, we'll introduce GitOps as a way to automate and validate catalogs changes, followed by examining how governance fits into this approach. A real-world example will help bring these ideas to life, and we'll wrap up by looking at the risks involved and how to manage them. In many organizations, catalog updates are still handled manually. Templates are shared by email, copied into documents, or passed around teams. At first, this seems manageable, especially in smaller setups or when changes are rare. But as more domains or departments get involved and as services evolve, problems start to show. Versions begin to drift. Teams make local changes to fit their specific needs, and over time, the original structure is lost. Eventually, no one is quite sure which version is the latest or most accurate. This makes it difficult to roll out improvements, introduce new features, or even fix bugs. Coordinating changes across teams becomes slow and frustrating. Even small actions like renaming a service or updating a dependency can create confusion. Rolling back becomes almost impossible due to the lack of version tracking or a way to see what changed and when. In federated environments where multiple domains depend on shared services and coordination is essential, this manual model simply doesn't scale. It leads to inconsistency, delays, and a growing risk of failure. A pool-based model takes a different approach. Instead of pushing updates out to every team, you maintain a central source of truth, usually a shared repository that holds templates or catalog definitions. Each domain then subscribes to the part it uses and decides when to pull in updates. This gives everyone a consistent starting point, but still leaves room for local control. Teams can review changes, test them in their own setup, and apply them when they are ready. It's a more flexible and reliable pattern, which makes it ideal for environments where teams are independent but still rely on shared services. It also improves transparency and traceability. Every change is versioned, every update leaves a record, and nothing is applied by accident. Teams can always see what changed, why, and when. The diagram here shows how this works in practice. Multiple domains stay connected to a shared template source, but each one pulls updates on their own terms. Templates are central to making this model work. Instead of defining the same service separately in each domain, the service is defined once as a shared template. Domains then use this common definition while applying their own parameters such as language or access controls. When the template is improved, for example, through better logging or tighter security, that change automatically flows to all domains that reference it. Local changes are kept intact, but the shared design stays the same across all domains. The diagram shows how a single shared template links to multiple domains, each applying local settings while still receiving central updates. So, how can all these shared templates and updates be managed reliably? That's where GitOps comes in. It applies the same principles used in software development to catalog management. Catalog items are treated like code. They are stored in version control, reviewed before changes are made, and updated using automated workflows. When someone wants to make a change, like updating a service or adjusting a shared component, it is done through a pull request. Automated checks are then run to make sure everything is valid. Is the structure correct? Do all dependencies still work? If the change passes, it is approved and merged. The update is then rolled out automatically. Automation normally makes things faster and more consistent, but it only works well if everyone knows who is responsible for what, especially in dynamic environments. That's why clear ownership is so important. Template owners set the ground rules. They determine how updates should be tested, make sure changes won't break anything important, and decide when an update is ready to go. That basically look after the quality of shared parts. On the other hand, the teams using these templates get to choose how and when they apply updates. Some might want to accept small changes automatically to save time, while others prefer to review updates first to be safe. And every change is tracked: who made it, when, and what it involved. Let's consider a practical example. Imagine a shared monitoring bundle that includes tools like Prometheus and Grafana. 4 different domains use this bundle to monitor different parts of the network. Some focus on service latency, others on traffic flow. Each domain applies its own local settings, like alerting thresholds and custom dashboards to fit its specific needs. But the core monitoring bundle itself is shared through a common template. Now, if the central team improves the alerting logic, for example by reducing false positives, all domains automatically benefit from that update. They don't need to manually apply the change or adjust their local setups. Their local alert settings and dashboards stays the same, while the improved core logic updates smoothly. There are some risks involved, of course. Sometimes a change to a template might be made without fully understanding how it is used in other domains. This can lead to unexpected problems or even break things. On top of this, local settings that teams have added might not work well when combined with the new updates from the main template. In the worst case, a faulty update could spread across many domains and cause outages or disruptions. Because of this, it's helpful to have systems in place that catch mistakes before they cause trouble. Giving teams the chance to see what a change will do before it goes live can reduce surprises and avoid issues. It's especially important to be able to quickly undo or roll back changes if something does go wrong. In this part, we explored what it means to move from slow manual catalog updates to a dynamic self-updating system. We discussed why manual methods don't work well in federated setups and how using a pull-based approach gives teams more control and flexibility. We saw how shared templates help make reuse safer, how GitOps add automation and tracking, and how good governance keeps everything reliable. Real examples showed the benefits, and we also talked about the risks and why it's important to manage team carefully. Thank you for following this learning unit all the way through. Remember, you can reach us at network-eacademy@lists.geant.org and that you can join any of our sessions on the first Tuesday of every month. Just send us an email and we will send you the connection details. Please do remember to explore our other units, fill in the feedback form, and enjoy your training.